What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Rainy Storm, checking in for the Sun Sign Zodiac series here while we quarantining. Your girl is taking out this time to do this series to teach y'all a little bit more about your sun sign, and we're going to be moving from the sign of Gemini into Cancer. Now, your sun sign in astrology definitely has to do with your destiny, why you have came here to this earth, and what you are fulfilling, what lessons that you have come here to fulfill. Not necessarily your north node, but it definitely has an influence over the essence of your life. All right, so Cancer. I am a Cancer moon, not a Cancer sun, Cancer moon. So I have a little bit of knowledge, and I got some people, that I know that are Cancerians. I love Cancers, but this is not about my love for Cancers. This is about y'all. But just know I love you. Got love for you. So Cancers, water. We have Cardinal water. It sits on the opposite sign of Cardinal. It sits on the opposite sign of Capricorn. It is the mother water sign. It rules the ocean. If we talking about the waves, if we talking about the deepest water, even though it is cardinal, but we'll be talking about the ruler of emotions, the ruler of that. It's definitely going to be Cancer. Cancer is the all mother, you know what I mean? It is the crabs, has that hard outwardly shell, will pinch the shit out of you, say what's on its mind, but on the inside is very soft and delicate and nurturing and wants to provide for the fam and provide for the kids. And if we talking about the masculine and the feminine, even though Capricorn is also a divine feminine sign, if we talking about Cancer and Capricorn, we have the mom and the daddy, mommy and daddy. Cancer is a powerful sign because it is connected. I mean, all water signs are pretty much connected to the deeper conscious of us all, but it really does rule like the spirit. It rules your your chest, your stomach, your breast, fertility. It is the seekers. It is, think about when you have the full moon. What happens when you have the full moon? Motherfuckers go crazy. You know what I mean? People go crazy when that full moon comes around. So, it's the ruler of the moon. It has it's mood swings. You know what I mean? If we're talking about the moods of the zodiac, it can go from being happy as a motherfucking bird to wanting to rip and chop everything off. You know what I mean? It sways our emotions. It rules our emotions. A lot of people give Cancer the rap of being super overly sensitive, but it's like, motherfucker, if you knew just how much Cancer holds in, not just from itself, but everything that it pulls in, everything that water pulls in, you would understand the depth of Cancer. Cancer can feel you coming from a motherfucking mile away. Cancer can feel. It is a feeler. It's very empathic. Very, 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 very empathic sign. It is a sign that needs to be able to express itself. It's a sign that is very poetic, very seductive too. That's another thing about Cancer. It can be very, not necessarily like a Piscean dreamy, but there's a side of Cancer that it kind of pulls you in. The moon, we look at it all the time. Think about what the moon does when we have full moons, or just period, point blank. Like, people are in love with the moon, and all the different phases that it goes through. We've been using the moon, to chart our entire lives. You know what I mean? From all the phases. A lot of, if we talking about folklore and, you know, witchcraft and things like that, and just spiritually what it has done for the world. You know, it's something that has been used for, you know, the stands of time. It is, Cancer is a sign that needs time to recharge, especially when it's around a whole bunch of people. Cancer really needs that time to like go within itself and process its emotions, and you know, because if it doesn't, you know, them emotions become erratic. I mean, Cancer can go from 0 to 100 in like 2.5 seconds. Now, one minute you be like, oh, Cancer. Next minute you like, what? This person is a whole new person. You know, if we talking about duality, if we go from Gemini, it's like the air duality. We have Cancer, you know, who is the water duality, along with Pisces. You know, we have the two, if you look at the symbol, it's two sides, you know, of it. Or I would say the changing of the moon, the different phases, like once again, the phases of the moon. So it's not just one thing. It's a shapeshifter, much like Gemini, but it's just water, you know, and water is very, very spiritual. You know, Cancer lives in the spiritual realm. It breathes in the spiritual realm. So when it's on this earth, you know, it can feel very out of place sometimes, like Aquarius. You know, Cancer can often feel, and Pisces too, can often feel very misunderstood because it knows deep down in its soul that it's not of this earth. You know, it's of the spiritual realm. So where one might be, you know, out here living their life, you know, amongst the people, Cancer is just looking around like, I don't know if I'm belong here. So Cancer's definitely, especially when it comes to art, I would definitely urge Cancers to, you know, get into some things that actually, you know, speak to your soul, like on a deep level. You know, the healers of the zodiac, y'all use the things that you've been through, use the pain that you've seen or the pain that you've experienced to be able to express yourself to people. It could take crabs, it could take Cancers a long time to open up to people because Cancers are often afraid of getting rejected or hurt or things like that. It feels overexposed if it opens up its shell to you and you do something to it. It could take Cancers a long time to get over that shit. It also rules time. You know, Cancers are very, very nostalgic. You know, Cancers oftentimes live in the past. They carry the stories of the past. They carry, if we're talking about age, you know, we're talking about motherly figures, often older, you know, women, the older women, as Capricorn is like that wise man of the zodiac, or that old man of the zodiac is like, get up my box. You know, Cancer is like, you know, come here, baby, you know, come have some motherfucking, that's gonna be me. Come have some motherfucking something to eat. Have you ate today? You know, have you ate? Did somebody give you a hug? Somebody tell you they love you today? Like, how are you doing today? Now, with that, on the opposite end of that, sometimes Cancers can be so wanting to take care of everybody else that Cancers oftentimes forget to take care of themselves. They pour so much into, you know, the earth and the people around them that sometimes that they lose their power in a sense because they're trying to take on things that are not theirs all the time. So, that's definitely something to watch out for my Cancerians out there, is making sure just as much water as you're pouring into everybody else's cup, that you take that same cup and you pour it into you. Because you can't run, you can't function, Cancer, on an empty cup. So baby girl, baby boy, baby boo, whatever you identify as, baby, make sure you are taking care of your spirit. Make sure you are taking care of your body. One thing that I can definitely say about Cancers is, like, just like Taurus, love to eat, But especially if Cancer's in a high stressful situation, Cancers will also are prone to overindulging in whether it's food, sex, motherfucking whatever the case may be. So just just watch out for that overindulgence in things and stuff like that, because it can be very easy for Cancers to fall into depression, and fall into things that people wouldn't think that a Cancer would fall into. Very prone to that, very susceptible to different energies and things like that. You have to be very aware of who you spending your time around, and who you are giving your energy to, because you catch that drift so quick. So, definitely would say about Cancers, this is like the wrap up of how I feel and think to know Cancers. But take care of yourself. If I leave y'all with anything, take care of y'all's spirit. Like, take care of like your whole entire being. You know what I mean? Don't just give out because you feel obligated to give out. Like, the same way you want to take care of other people is the same way that you should be taking care of yourself. And not falling into victimhood when things go wrong. Just taking responsibility for your shit, and making sure that you pouring just as much, if not more, into what you're giving everybody else and to yourself. Okay, Cancer? You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I mean? It's all love. I love all the songs, but I got a special little thing for you, Cancer. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all follow Ring Storm, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and shoot, you know what I'm saying? For personal readings, natal chart consultations, please email me, hit me up at arraystorm@gmail.com. And we're going to keep this thing going. Next up, we got Leo. So I'll see y'all soon.